Welcome everyone to today's deep dive into the world of Bleach and its incredible power systems. In this video, we're going to explore the Bankai abilities of some of the most powerful characters in the series, from the destructive flames of Yamamoto's Zanka no Tachi to the intricate and mind-bending power of Byakuya's Senbonzakura Kageyoshi. We'll cover each of these extraordinary techniques and their devastating effects. Whether you're a Bleach veteran or new to the series, get ready to witness some of the most intense and awe-inspiring abilities in anime. Daiguren Hyurin is Toshiro Hitsugaya's Bankai, which transforms him into an ice-covered fighter. Ice forms dragon wings, a tail, and claws around his body, while his sword shifts into an 8-pointed star. This Bankai enhances Toshiro's freezing abilities, allowing him to control large areas of ice, freeze opponents, and use ice for both offense and defense. In its complete form, Daiguren Hyurin matures Toshiro, granting him an adult body and significantly increasing its power. His ice can now freeze and nullify the abilities of anything it touches, such as Gerard Valkyrie's sword. The Bankai can regenerate as long as there is moisture in the atmosphere. Suzabimaru is the true form of Renji's Bankai, and it significantly alters its appearance and combat capabilities. In this form, Zabimaru becomes more compact and wearable. A gauntlet resembling a snake's skull forms on Renji's right wrist, with a cowl of red fur at the base. A long, bony tail extends from the skull and trails behind him, hanging like a sash around his waist. Renji can extend a large blade from the snake's mouth, adding a cutting ability that was missing in its previous form, Hihyo Zabimaru. Despite being more compact, Suzabimaru retains the power to be used as a blunt weapon, with Renji using the snake's head to smash his opponents. The Bankai also gives Renji additional armor, with green fur on his left shoulder and bony protrusions. His waist is adorned with vertebrae-like structures, and he wears pauldrons that form an armored collar. In its Bankai form, Gin's Kamishini no Yari maintains its small wakizashi appearance, but becomes vastly more powerful. Its range, speed, and cutting ability are amplified. While not the longest, it's among the fastest, reaching its full length in under 0.08 seconds. The true danger of the Bankai, however, lies in its poison. The blade turns to dust upon extension, allowing Gin to leave a lethal trace in his opponent's body, which he can activate to dissolve them at the cellular level. Kenpachi Zaraki's Bankai is as wild as he is. Upon activation, a massive surge of energy erupts, reducing nearby structures to rubble. His skin turns deep red, his face marked with dark streaks, and two horns emerge, transforming him into a true Oni of battle. His blade, now jagged and savage, mirrors his raw, unrestrained power. With a single swing, he topples the towering Gerard Valkyrie, tears off his arm effortlessly, and slices him clean in half from a distance. Pure, uncontested destruction, Zaraki's Bankai is nothing short of monstrous. Shinji Hirako's Bankai, Sakashima Yokoshima Hapafusagari, is deception taken to the extreme. When activated, a massive golden flower envelops him, releasing a pink mist across the battlefield. This mist warps perception on a devastating scale. Enemies and allies alike see each other as threats, descending into chaos as they unknowingly turn their blades on their own. A squad of soldiers? Gone in seconds. In this twisted world, Shinji alone stands unaffected, watching the carnage unfold. Rukia Kuchiki's Bankai, Haka no Togami, transforms her into a vision of ice, her hair, robes, and blade turning pure white. An ethereal mist rises as she reaches the temperature of absolute zero. With a single swing, she releases a freezing wave, instantly turning everything in its path to ice. Even touching her is lethal, as her body itself becomes deathly cold. A breathtaking yet unforgiving power, truly befitting of the Snow Princess. Kanamito-san's Bankai, Suzumushi Suishiki, Enma Kurogi, plunges everything into total darkness. A massive black dome forms around him, sealing away his opponent's sight, sound, smell, and even their ability to sense spiritual energy. Within this void, only the sense of touch remains, leaving enemies vulnerable to his blade. However, touching his sword negates the effect, making precision and control key to maintaining his overwhelming advantage, a terrifying ability, true justice delivered in silence. Suifeng's Bankai, Jakuho Raikoben, is the complete opposite of her usual stealthy combat style. Upon activation, a massive golden missile launcher encases her right arm, towering over her frame. Designed for a single devastating strike, it locks onto its target before launching a guided missile, creating an explosion powerful enough to shatter barriers and overwhelm even the strongest foes. However, its sheer size and flashy nature contradict her role as an assassin, making it a weapon she despises using. A deadly force, unavoidable, unstoppable. Kisuke Urahara's Bankai, Kanonbiraki Benihime Aratami, manifests as a towering crimson-robed woman with mannequin-like arms. Unlike most Bankai, Urahara retains his sealed blade, wielding its true power with precision. This ability allows him to restructure anything it touches, whether to dissect his enemies as if by a surgeon's blade, or stitch together and enhance allies, even restoring his own body. With each cut and thread, Urahara bends reality itself, turning the tide of battle with calculated mastery. Shunsui Kyoraku's Bankai, Katen Kyokotsu, Karamatsu Shinju, is a forbidden tragedy, a last resort that ensnares both him and his opponent in a deadly play. Upon release, shadowy tendrils extend from Shunsui as his Zanpakuto spirit manifests behind him. The battlefield darkens, an eerie stillness settling in, as if the world itself is mourning. Bound by fate, his opponent is forced to play their part in a tragic tale of doomed lovers. One by one, the acts unfold, each an inescapable curse. And in the final scene, there is no curtain call, only death. With a flourish of his baton, Rojuro Otoribashi activates his Bankai, Kinshara Butodan. Golden hands rise above him, one wielding an immense conducting baton, while his own remains poised in command. Before him, a troop of faceless dolls assembles, their lifeless forms poised for a deadly performance. As an eerie gamelan melody fills the air, the dance begins. His music is more than mere sound. It weaves illusions so powerful they become reality, ensnaring his opponent in a deception so complete that even pain, even suffocation, feels inescapably real. Trapped in this deadly symphony, there is no escape, only the final note of despair. As Komamura grips his blade, an overwhelming surge of spiritual energy radiates from his form. The sky darkens, and with a thunderous roar, his Bankai, Kokujo Tengen Myoo, takes shape. A towering samurai of living armor, standing over 100 meters tall, emerges behind him. Its massive sword gleams, mirroring Komamura's own, every movement of the warrior perfectly reflected in the behemoth's actions. The battlefield trembles under its sheer weight and power. A single swing of its blade can cleave through buildings, its fists capable of crushing enemies with merciless force. Even Saros, unleashed at point-blank range, fade against its indomitable form. Bound by the unwavering will of its master, the giant moves with unexpected speed, mimicking every step, every attack, with devastating precision. Against such a force, escape is futile. Konjiki Ashisogi Jizo. Mayuri's Bankai summons a grotesque creature resembling a caterpillar with a golden baby's head. It emits a deadly poison that spreads over a large area, killing anyone who inhales it except Mayuri and Nemu. The poison is potent and customizable, ensuring no immunity or cure can be found. Koko Gonryo Rikyu, Chojiro's Bankai, summons a dome of lightning above him, connected to the ground by several lightning pillars. The sword remains in its Shikai form, but with gestures, Chojiro can direct powerful lightning bolts at his opponents, controlling the storm-like weather it creates. Minazuki, Unohana's Bankai, turns her Zanpakuto into a blood-like substance, which she can manipulate for both offense and defense. The liquid forms sharp blades to attack from a distance, creates a protective sphere, and allows for rapid self-healing without needing Kaido. Rumon Hozukimaru, Ikkaku's Bankai wields two weapons, a Chinese monk's spade and a guandao, connected by a heavy chain. Its power increases as the battle progresses, with the dragon crest on the weapon filling with crimson dye. The Bankai lacks special abilities, but as the fight continues, its strength grows. Ikkaku treats it uniquely, needing to wake it up by causing or taking injury. Once fully activated, the weapon reaches its full power. Senbanzakura Kageyoshi. Byakuya's Bankai enlarges his Shikai into thousands of blades that rise from the ground, resembling cherry blossoms in the wind. The blades are controlled mentally, but Byakuya can use his hands for better precision. The Bankai is incredibly versatile, capable of offense, defense, and different techniques based on blade arrangements. Byakuya can form large masses of blades for instantaneous destruction or create a shield to protect himself. The Bankai is deactivated by reconstituting the sealed sword. Shatatsu Karagara Shigarami no Tsuji. Senjumaru's Bankai envelops the area in darkness, creating a golden loom and producing endless swaths of red cloth. The cloth can be used to manipulate space and seal opponents' fates by weaving and countering their abilities. The patterns of the cloth vary to match the enemy's characteristics, and Senjumaru can adjust her weavings as needed. The Bankai also summons creatures when specific cloth patterns, like the hollow design, are created. Shigarami remains in its Shikai form, but can be used as a weapon. Tekken Tachikaze. Upon activation, Kensei's combat knife transforms into two large knuckle blades with purple armor-like bands wrapping around his arms. The Bankai focuses the explosive force of his Shikai into the knuckle blades, creating immense destructive power on impact. This power continues to assault his opponent as long as Kensei's fists remain in contact. He can also change the knuckle blades into brass knuckles or spiked gauntlets. Tensa Zangetsu. To activate his Bankai, Ichigo places his two Shikai blades together, causing a surge of energy. Tensa Zangetsu takes the form of a Kyber knife variation with a black blade and a chain attached. After a battle with Yuak, the outer white portion of the sword breaks, revealing Ichigo's original Shikai form underneath. The true power of Tensa Zangetsu is unknown, but it is considered dangerous enough to prompt Yuash to immediately destroy it during their battle. Zanka no Tachi. Upon activation, Yamamoto's Bankai absorbs all flames from Rujinjaka into the blade. The flames within burn anything it cuts to nothingness, and it generates a heat wave that dehydrates the surrounding area, rendering even ice-based techniques useless. The sword's flames are invisible, but their power is immense, capable of incinerating vast areas. Zanka no Tachi grants Yamamoto 4 abilities named after the cardinal directions, with the potential to incinerate Soul Society if left unchecked. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the Bankai abilities of Bleach's most powerful characters. Each of these abilities represents the culmination of years of training and power, showcasing the depth of creativity and imagination in the Bleach universe. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And of course, let us know which Bankai you think is the most impressive in the comments below. Until next time, stay strong and keep your sword sharp.